States in gold and silver. What's going to happen when we replicate what went on in 1980 when we had about 15% of the population in gold and silver? If they're going to go ballistic.
All right. We got to go to break. I want to try to hurry through more of the calls. Ed, Woody, Taylor, Brian, and others. 800-259-9231 is the toll-free number to join us. We're talking about the economy. The evidence shows we're going into a depression. But Obama, he says things are good.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Remember when I said you spell freedom F-O-O-D? It's really true. Legislation is in the process of restricting the growing and sharing of food. And a record number of Americans, over 43 million, depend on the government to feed themselves. Food prices are going up for Americans. Prices are going up, even for eFoodsDirect.com. This will require their first price increase in 3 years. The most important thing Americans can do for their own freedom and survival in these hardest of times is to get supplies of high-quality storable food. Because of the huge response to this buy 3 and get 1 free special, eFoodsDirect.com will continue this special until September 27th. Right now, you can buy 3 and get 1 free at the old prices. But move fast, because this offer ends September 27th. Call 1-800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. Put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans, made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it, others don't.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Live from Austin, Texas, broadcasting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
We're going to go back to your calls here in just a moment, but I want to finish up talking about gold. Then I'm getting into this Mail Online story. Bono's One Foundation under fire for giving a little over 1% of its funds to charity. Then you learn that most of it went to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is eugenics, getting rid of people. What a sicko, what a sicko. I mean, or maybe he's a useful idiot that doesn't know. So we're going to cover that. And Paul Craig Roberts' article at Infowars.com, The Collapse of Western Morality. There's another report here I want to talk about with Bob. The globalist plan for the coming world currency. It's now all out in the open. And the neocons and fake conservatives that were denying this existed for decades when we could have beaten it easier are now going, okay, some of it's real, but lowly commies run it. No, the big mega corporations run it. That's the big secret. Okay? But I briefly wanted to bring Ted Anderson up while Bob Chapman was here, because I keep explaining this week to week with folks. You know, going back 2 months ago when gold was way down, when they artificially depressed it, and Bob said it would pop up like a beach ball because of all the fundamentals, and the other analyst, and we have a bunch of analysts on who basically concur, Ted didn't raise gold prices. He sold out of that gold and silver at the lower price. Now, in the last 3 weeks or so, he's bought more gold and silver when it was, you know, something like $100 less in gold, several dollars less in silver per ounce. Now he's passing on those savings, but I talked to Ted this morning. It's going to run out this weekend. There'll be another price increase. Then you're getting gold he got 2 weeks ago. It'll still be lower, but you need to take advantage of this now. And so, Ted, give people a wide spectrum breakdown of the Buffalo coins, the Franks, the sovereigns, some of the other stuff you've got at the super reduced price, and what you're going to run out of first, and where those silver half dollars that you've had yesterday for $10.50. I don't know what it is now. Everywhere else it's $12, $13, $14, $15, $16 for the exact same coin. I'm unable to find a deal lower than this anywhere. These are special radio offers. These are loss leaders for Midas Resources. Ted Anderson, tell us what you got today.
Yeah, I know. We put the Buffalo right up on your website, so that's going to be a real easy place to find that coin. That's tough to get. Usually when the market gets real hot in gold, that one you can't even get your hands on. So.
Yeah, and the article that has that link is Gold Breaks Psychological Barrier, Infowars.com.
Right, so go right to Infowars.com if you want to pick up that coin, or you can call us right here at 800-686-2237. The British sovereign currently right now is at $357. That's the same price I had it at yesterday. However, gold has now gone over to $1,301 an ounce. Alex, we said it was going to go over $1,300 an ounce yesterday. It happened. Now we have Franks at $279. I mean, come on, I'm buying you an International Forecaster newsletter subscription. That's $159 right there. It gets you down to about, $560 an ounce. Gold's over $1,300. You're not going to find a better deal out that anywhere in the world for gold and silver, period. That Walking Liberty half, though, that is a really good buy. I was searching the buy it now prices on eBay just to make sure that I wasn't lying or misleading people. And, Alex, I think I could find two coins to buy at $10, and the rest are up into the $12 to $15 to $16 range. And that's for circulated coins. I'm not talking about the big fancy ones. That's for circulated coins. The stuff is going up. The quantities of what's available is disappearing in the marketplace. We're now looking at shortages. It isn't going to be surprising to me if you start seeing banners being thrown up back on these gold and silver websites that say that, hey, you may have placed your order today, but we can't deliver it today because there's a shortage in the marketplace.
That's right, Ted. That's the key. You have the coins, the gold and silver you're offering. You have it right now.
That's the whole point. And getting it in your hands quickly, get it in your hands before the market, takes even a further increase, or the entire world just starts to melt apart. I mean, how long before we step into hyperinflation where people are just willing to trade their currency away to just about anything because the United States government keeps printing more money to solve its problems?
Well, let me fire out the number, 800-686-2237. You can also call and get a one-time complimentary, 30, 40, 50-page newsletter. It varies. Twice a week, the digital version, the multi-time a month, hard version they mail to you. This is invaluable intel. Again, I hope people will call or get the year subscription free when you get one franc already at a very low price. 800-686-2237. And the brokers at Midas Resources, 30-plus people, will be there off and on throughout the weekend. Ted, here's the $64 million question. How long can you offer the prices that you just put out?
Well, I can tell you, I know I'm going to run out of this inventory before the weekend is out, but I will hold it until Sunday. Now, prices are up. I mean, silver right now is the one that's taken the big increase, even though gold went to $1,300, $130. Silver hit a high today of $21.48. I mean, we're just now approaching that $22 an ounce. I'm going to hold it till Sunday. I'll see what's going on Monday. I doubt I'll be able to offer these prices again on Monday.
800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. If you're hearing this tonight, before midnight or hearing it Saturday or Sunday, you can call 800-686-2237, or you can call right now or go to MidasResources.com, and he has that great offer just for my listeners and viewers at Infowars.com. Gold breaks psychological barrier. At the bottom of the article is the link to get the smoking hot deal on the highly sought-after gold buffalo. Ted, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me up again.
Again, 800-686-2237. I'll just ask you, those are some pretty good deals, Bob. Personally, I can't find stuff lower. What's your take on it?
Oh, I think you're right. They're certainly competitive, and in many, many instances, they're lower than what the general market is. But, you know, prices vary all over the place, but they're good buys, and you should take advantage of them. You know, my feeling is this. Every month I buy, and I don't care what it costs. I don't even ask what it costs. I just say, look, this is how much money I've got, and this is what I think I want to buy it in this genre this week, and get it for me. And that's what happens. And so when you're in a long-term bull market, even though prices might be super that Ted is offering, that's great. But more importantly, you just keep on buying because it's the only safe place to be.
Absolutely. 800-686-2237. I feel really good, Bob. I mean, if it wasn't for Ted, I wouldn't have had this platform for this radio show. I thank God I got with Ted now almost 14 years ago. And I feel good that 10 years ago when gold was $260 an ounce, that I looked at all the evidence and I thought it was good for me. And so I tell people what I think is good. And look what's happened. I feel good about telling folks Enron was a scam 2 years before it came out. I feel good talking about Bernie Madoff before it came out. I feel good, you know, just continuing to be accurate because really it's not rocket science. The mainstream media lies and spins, and they know the truth as well. I mean, look, the neocons knew about world government 20 years ago when they were telling you it didn't exist. Now they're letting you in on the big secret that there's a world government, but they're going to be the gatekeepers, and they'll tell you what's a conspiracy theory and what isn't. Come on, folks. Look, you've done your own research out there, and we're spot on with what we've put out and what we've said. Let's go to Ed in Louisiana, then Woody, Taylor, Brian, David, and others. Ed, you're on the air with Bob Chapman.
Alice, thank you for taking my call. Bob, it's a pleasure speaking to both you gentlemen. And listen, I have been talking to people in certain circles, and when I tell them about this gold frenzy and I ask them about it, they laugh at me. They tell me that people are being tricked into buying out the coffers of the bankster gangsters so that when they crash the world economy, we'll need to use gold to purchase their new currency, therefore keeping them in power after the phoenix rises from the ashes. They say that gold, what do you make with gold? Gold, the only purpose of it is to make jewelry. So, I mean, if the world economy crashes, are you going to want earrings and necklaces for your children, or are you going to want food and water? If you keep buying and selling gold, you're keeping the same bankster gangsters that are going to crash this world economy in power. You keep doing that.
Ed, that's a good rant. I'm going to let you counter, and I'm glad you called. But let me be specific here. I heard that when gold was $260 an ounce, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,100, $1,200, $1,300. And people then say they could come and confiscate it like 33. Well, most people didn't turn it in. They could come and take your kids today if you let them. They could, I mean, you know, Italy suspended naked body scanners yesterday and is pulling them out because of mass revolt. Now, do we have, you know, the same machismo or whatever it is the Italians have got? I mean, are Americans as good as the Italians? I know the Italians actually don't put up with a lot of bull. We're about to get the naked body scanners removed. They're in deep trouble. The airlines don't want them. It's admitted they're saving the image. And now you're saying, what's that have to do with gold? Well, I mean, we have to say no to this. Of course they can manipulate gold down the road. They're doing it right now. They're trying to suppress it. They're demonizing it. They're having congressional hearings with the people supported by the Federal Reserve, with Weiner and others. Let me finish. I want to get Bob's take, and then you'll get your take, Ed. But you threw all this out, and you're full of adrenaline. That's fine. The globalists are buying up a lot of gold, because they understand that they've sold all these derivatives. Is gold perfect? No. Is silver perfect? No. But more gold's being sold every year now than can be mined, than they can find. Okay, gold is devalued from where it should be. This is really, I agree with Kaiser, a bear market. We haven't even seen the bull yet. It should be 2,500 or more for 1980 adjusted inflation. Okay, so we've been right all along, and then we have arguments